Thriving in the holidays. I'm going to share with you some useful tips. You can put them in your pocket and take them with you wherever you happen to be this year. I'd like to talk about acceptance first of all. It sounds the most obvious thing, and I mention it a lot, and I talk about it so much because it's really important and it makes an enormous difference. So, first of all, whatever you're feeling at any given moment, allow yourself to feel it. That doesn't mean that you have to make a whole story of it. It doesn't mean that you have to wallow in it, but just allow yourself to feel it. And if there's something to be revealed beneath that feeling, and there almost always is, see what that is for you and see if you can meet that with complete neutrality, complete acceptance. And it will normally be coming from not good enough. I've spoken about that so much, so I'm not going to open that topic up anymore. If you're interested in knowing a little bit more about that particular paradigm, then there's other videos that you can look at on my YouTube channel or on my Facebook page. You can have a look there. But okay, thriving in the holidays. So acceptance of your feelings is important. And based on that, you'll know whether you need a little time on your own, and don't hesitate to take it. I know there's tremendous expectation around this time of year, but one of the things that I think really crushes it for people at times is where we weigh ourselves down trying to be everything for everyone. But we can't be anything for anyone until we're whatever we are for ourselves first. So if you need to take a breather, go and have a walk, do that. It actually will help you to really enjoy the time that you have with family and friends. Reactivity, that's another thing that comes up quite a lot, is people feeling triggered. And so know that you can always just not answer somebody. When I say don't answer them, I don't mean completely ignore them. You could choose to do that, but I'm talking about how you can take a longer than average pause if you need to. It's perfectly okay to say to people, I need a moment, or I'll be back in a minute, or I'll talk to you in a second, or whatever it is you're going to say to them. You don't need to answer things right away. It gives you time just to catch your breath, breathe into your own feeling, and allows you to consider what it is you really want to say. You can also choose not to talk about things, and that kind of surprises people sometimes. You do have a choice. You have the choice to say, actually, I'm not going to go there. I respect you, I value you, I love you, whatever it is you want to say. I know this is important for you, so you're validating their position, or I know you really want to talk about this, but actually I don't want to talk about it. And you don't have to. So that's also okay. Another thing that will help you, I feel, another tip, is to be very present to what is in the moment. It's a time of year where people are often giving and receiving, but there's an awful lot going on around us that we can open ourselves up to that will elevate us. So it might just be, as it often is with me, sitting with a cup of tea and just enjoying the moment. Now, does that moment include people? Maybe not. Maybe you're sitting on your own. Maybe there's something cooking and there's a lovely smell in the air. Maybe you're listening to music. Maybe it's perfectly quiet. You're just thinking your own thoughts. You're reading a book. You're watching a video. It doesn't matter what you're doing, but just be with yourself in that moment and allow you to open to whatever it is that's there for you. It really will help. As much as you can, get enough rest. I really can't overstate that one. I'm at a time in my own life where sleep is really kind of weird and sporadic, and so I'm starting to appreciate the gift of a really good night's sleep. If you're feeling really emotional, know that maybe that might not be the best time to be making decisions, and give yourself the space you need to be able to process those emotions, to just allow them to flow through you. Water is really helpful for emotions, so if you can go and take a bath or a shower, maybe that would be a little strange, I guess, breaking off from a family dinner and saying you need to suddenly shower, but if you can carve out some time for that, or a swimming pool even, it's a really good equalizer of emotional states. So you can always do that. And that walk I mentioned, if you can get yourself out into nature in any form, even a park or a grassy area where there's some trees, that helps too. That's a really good harmonizer of emotions. So you can do that. You can write things down. If you're frustrated and you can't share them for any reason, you can write them down. Write it down for yourself, and it'll allow you an expression of something. Um, let's see, is there anything else that you can do? Don't feel you have to be something, just be you. If that's at all possible for you, be exactly what you are. That itself is perhaps one of the greatest gifts we give ourselves, is to allow ourselves to be exactly who we are. Imagine that you in yourself don't need to pretend at all. I think that's probably all that I can come up with off the top of my hat. And this is a really good opportunity to invite you to send in your ideas for things you'd like me to speak to. I'd really like to hear it. We're coming very close to the new year, and I'd like these videos to represent what rises up in your life frequently and what you'd like some strategies for, how one can deal with whatever it is that is important to you. I'd like it to be for you. So please let me know. Send it through whatever form you want to, message me or in comments. And I wish you well in the coming days as we lead up to Christmas.